So, like the title card said, there's no clickbait, there's no exaggeration. I literally almost died in the name of Wi-Fi. Let me set the stage for you. I finally came to the point in my life where I am able to take a vacation of any kind. You know, before I couldn't even take a 3-day weekend, a day off, an afternoon. It felt like it was never doable, never achievable. But thanks to this pandemic, I was forced with the option of taking one. So what do? My girl, she's deciding to go back to visit her family where she's originally from. I decided to tag along. So we pack up, load up. I tell my job and my school they can suck it, I'm out. And we hit the road. Now, first off, she's from Mexico. So people that live in California, no, this does not mean we went to TJ. TJ would have been a quick trip. That's nothing. We went to TJ, crossed the border, and then had to jump on a plane to fly 3 hours to our destination. And even then, we still wasn't there. When we got off the plane, we got picked up and we had to go 3 more hours up a mountain, up, vertical, to the top. And let me tell you, when we got there, we were high. No drugs were required, but we were high. Clouds rolled by. Literally, you can look out your window and see birds, eagles swooping in. We were in a small community, basically a small village, all tight-knit. Everyone knew everyone. They all grew up together, and they had no problems with a random black guy being amongst them. So I'm thinking, hey, I know a little bit about Mexico. Yes, it's considered a third world country, but also know they have the most beautiful resorts, cities, food, culture. So I'm thinking only difference is going to be for me is location. And that's why, unbeknownst to my girl, I packed all my things. Yes, I called it a vacation, but I don't know how to not work. That doesn't compute with me. So I brought my laptop, I brought my Switch, and I brought my tablet because the grind doesn't stop, son. So I settle in. We're now at her dad's place. Beautiful. You can see everything. Vast views, beautiful cliffs, mountain ranges. And I am about to lock in, plug up, and draw amongst the clouds. That is a flex. And I'm thinking, this is perfect. What could go wrong with this? And everything went wrong with this. Turns out, when it comes to the Nintendo Switch, you are not supposed to charge it with any other cable than what Nintendo gives you. I only found this out because I used the same C port plug that charges my MacBook to charge the Switch. And thus, it killed it. It doesn't work. It stopped doing anything other than blinking. That's one L. Then I realized I didn't pack the proper plugs for my tablet to connect to my laptop. That's another L. And then, even if the Switch didn't die, I didn't bring the HDMI cord because I figured who has a TV that doesn't have an HDMI cord? Apparently her dad. That's 3 L's. And then the fourth but biggest L. We came to this place deep. I mean, 12 of us showed up at this house. I was told there was Wi-Fi, but apparently once the 12 of us get on that thing became hot garbage. You couldn't do anything on it. And we even placed a phone call to get someone out to increase it, to make it stronger, up the bandwidth. They couldn't come out for another week. 4 L's is 4 L's. Emails doesn't exist. TikTok. It took me over an hour and a half to upload a 10-second TikTok. It was like, at this point, I'm like, throw it all away. Throw the whole career in the trash. I had begun to feel like this vacation became my cosmic punishment. But there was a flicker of hope, a ray of light, if you will. My girl informs me that her sister owns a home in the same town, only a car ride away. And they have high-speed internet because her kids game online, which automatically tells me if they're gaming, that has to be a strong connection. Who in their right mind will respectfully say they game online and can't even hold a decent match? That internet has to be top tier in this whole village. So we load up in her dad's truck. And this is all of us, because I wasn't alone. We all shared the same frustrations in not being able to use the internet. And I was already at the point of craving another sweet drop of high-speed Wi-Fi. So we start heading up the road. Half of us are in the back of the truck. We're starting to cruise. I am glancing over the mountainside. We are high. I know I said that already, but we are super high. I can basically see America from here. Well, okay, maybe that's cap, but I can see a good few thousand miles away. And I'm starting to feel a sense of joy, a sense of elation. I'm happy now because I'm thinking all of the ideas that I am about to unleash on this laptop. I'm about to spend a whole day banging out content. And that is the sweetest joy ever. I even feel like, to a certain degree, I'm floating. But you know what? No, maybe it's more like falling. Wait a second. Falling? I begin to notice that the truck is leaning towards the edge. The cliffside is starting to rotate camera-wise at me, and I'm just confused. Oh, wait, we're starting to go off the side of the cliff. I look before I can say anything. My nephew, niece, they jump up and hurl themselves off the truck. I look at my girl that looks at me like, oh, Felly once again being over dramatic because nothing's really a problem right now. I don't even take time to argue or explain. I lift her up and I throw her out the truck. Everyone else is flying left and right. I finally jump out of the truck, 10 toes down to the ground. And for some reason, and I'm blaming anime had to be the reason, I turn around, widen my stance, and grab the truck like I can single-handedly stop this from falling off. And everyone else joins in. The ground is crumbling on the right side of the truck. Rocks are falling off. We somehow get it to stop just enough to wedge itself. And then, only because other local villagers came with construction trucks and all that, and we was able to pull it to safety. But I'm letting you know now, that was about to be the end for me. If we would have rolled, no, we wouldn't have went to the bottom of the hill. Luckily, it was a cornfield under it, but it was about a 9-foot drop. We would have been done. I wouldn't be here right now. I would be crippled or on a bed, eating through a tube, and Felly would be done. All in the name of Wi-Fi. And speaking of the Wi-Fi, the next day we actually went to said sister's house, and the Wi-Fi wasn't even there. There was nothing of any nature that looked like Wi-Fi.